We start with Sefer Shmiras Haloshon, and the topic today is equal to all. And it says the Talmud Yerushalmi Peya 1:1 said that the reward for studying the Torah is equivalent to all of the other mitzvahs combined, and the punishment for speaking Lashon Hara is equivalent to all of the other sins combined. Thus, the antithesis of the Torah study, the greatest of the mitzvahs, is Lashon Hara. Their respective primacy can be explained as follows. Before we go as follows. So first, before we go to explanation, we have to understand the statements. So the biggest mitzvah ever a person can do is to learn Torah. So all others, we must know it's secondary. Even though some people say, no, but how about saving lives? Secondary. Torah comes first. Okay. Of course, if you're in a situation you only can save life or study Torah, so you go save life. But if there is somebody else available to save life, let them save life. Let them be a hero in the eyes of others. Okay, and so it's the biggest of the mitzvahs. Combined learning of the Torah equivalent to all of the mitzvahs combined. Same as in opposite is Lashon Hara, equal to all of the sins combined. Let's see what is the explanation. Of the four basic elements of nature, fire, wind, water, and earth, the intangible, fire and wind, are far more powerful than tangible, water and earth. Very interesting. So let's read again. Very interesting, right? Of the four basic elements of nature. So all of the things, and I'm not sure, maybe we're going to speak about it in Shmona Prakim in our class also about it. I don't remember. Maybe, right? So everything in this world consists of four elements: fire, wind, water, and earth. And we know that fire and winds are intangible, right? They are far more powerful than the tangible water and earth. Of course, water is very powerful, but compared to the fire is not so much. Fire can extinguish. Fire can engulf. Fire can engulf material object, and totally destroy them. And the power of the wind is awesome, as it is written, and great and mighty wind, which breaks apart mountains and shatters the stones. It's from Melachim 19:11. Melachim Aleph 19:11. Okay, so from here we see that spiritual things, meaning fire and wind, much greater than physical ones. The same is true as the spiritual realm. Torah study impacts the upper world in a way that no other mitzvah can. So that's the answer to us. Like a person says, okay, so I learned halacha, I did, I don't know, whatever, I read the partial of the week. How is it like I don't feel any difference, right? So maybe you don't feel any difference, and it's a problem that you don't feel any difference. We're going to speak about it later on, right? But it says.
Sorry, quick question.
Go ahead.
Quick question. What about learning halacha? Is it equivalent to learning Torah?
Yes, absolutely. Halacha is a oral Torah, 100%. Yes, and that's it's actually we learn in the laws of Hilchas Talmud Torah. So we finished before this class. Before this class, we finished that section, and it says, so if somebody have a question on a Chumash and somebody had a question on oral Torah, you answer. I mean, if they ask you at the same time, so we're talking about rabbi, so a rabbi must answer the guy on the oral Torah. Why? Why? Because it's more practical. Okay, so how tall was Moshe Rabbeinu, or what his grandmother's name? I mean, okay, right? But it's very interesting, but how does it affect my life? Hopefully, it does not. I mean, right? But somebody asks you halacha, yeah, that's it's especially practical halacha. It's very,
Thank
very
you.
important. Yes. Thank you. Good questions. Thank you. Okay, so basically, when a person learns Torah, he or she does not understand what's going on in the world, right? So words of the Torah fly up to Shemaim, and then they see what to do with them, and then decree comes from Shemaim to this world. Okay, I did not see what the message was. Can somebody please read what it says there? Apologize. It's on WhatsApp. Sorry. Okay, all right. No problem. So, yeah, go ahead. No. Okay.
Somebody say that he's not able to come today. That was.
Well, was not able to what?
Someone is not able to come today. That was.
Okay, all right. I apologize. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. This is because all the mitzvah are related to the physical. For example, to fulfill the mitzvah of tzitzis, right? One dons the garment, a material object, or a lulav is held as a physical act. Shofar must be blown, etc. So all other mitzvahs, so they compare the learning of the Torah. So it's not physical. So even the sound that we produce, and we must produce sound. So if person wants to get a good reward for learning Torah, you must learn out loud. Why? Because all of your senses are going to get rewarded, not only eyes, right? But also your mouth and your ears, right? So it's all of the elements get rewarded when you learn out loud. Torah study, however, is performed through the power of speech, which essentially function of the soul, right? As Uncle says about Adam, the first man, he became a speaking soul. Okay. This is why the reward of the Torah study is equivalent to all of the other mitzvahs combined. So same as destructive power of wind and fire. The converse is true of sin. The spiritual damage caused by Lashon Hara is infinitely greater than the cause by the other transgression. Right, so when somebody said Lashon Hara about another person, now that person lost his job, and now the whole family suffers, and they go to all of the bad times. You understand why? Because of the one sentence, as Rabbi Reuven Shlita said. One guy just said about another guy to his boss, he's not the sharpest tool in a shed. That's it, and it was enough. And even this guy, they all giggle and laugh. But when time came to fire somebody, right? So he said, "Oh, I remember 5 years ago somebody said about this guy. Even though I never met him personally, I'm the big boss. But guess what? I think he must go." So because of this stupid comment, the person lost his job and his livelihood and everything. Okay. Because it is common through the power of speech, right? Okay. In effect, the upper spheres is awesome. The effect in upper spheres is awesome, right? The same as our words of Torah can go up, so this Lashon Hara is also going up. It's also words. Therefore, it is its punishment is equivalent to all of the other sins combined. So that's a good lesson.